Hello, welcome back to Tailstrike Air. We are in Merowe, Sudan, ready to take off. And despite me actually putting myself on runway 20, the game thought I started on runway 2, so we have to do a U-turn before heading back to along the Nile. Well, we are ready to go. Gonna take some time in another stream to actually start up the plane from zero, maybe. At least now I'm trying to get comfortable. We're gonna set the altitude. Altitude. And for some reason I'm sitting very high up. Whoop, don't. I want it on 2000. And then I want it set on heading mode there. The heading should be where is the heading? Maybe I should put it on the right knob. We'll start with a turn directly after takeoff. All right. That one can leave because they're gonna call me. All right. Let's wind up the engines and take off. Okay, where we do then we're off. Putting on the autopilot. Flaps up. But for some reason it does not want to go up to the altitude I want. Why not? You were supposed to go up to altitude. Altitude. Oh, what are you doing now?
Autopilot.
Yeah, okay.
TS-1515, leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Acknowledge frequency change.
Barrow Tower, TS-1515, frequency change.
Autopilot on. We're heading not that way. Come on. We're gonna head this way. And now it seems like it found its altitude. Actually gonna head along the river like that. Yeah. Okay, continuing heading south basically. Soon we will start heading north again. And you can say goodbye. Okay, we have a short-ish up to Dongala first, and then a little longer one up to Abu Simbel in Egypt. You are still okay. Didn't I put you up? I didn't. Okay, now. Now it's up. Hello, Vec. You know, I think I might actually fly at night during this stream because I have the sun is about to go down. It is 6. It's like, yeah, as you can see here, the sun is about to go down, so it will probably be dark. I hope they have lights in the airports. But it will be fun. I haven't really done a night flight in a long time. So I first thought of doing this a little bit earlier during the day, but I was quite tired after work, so I decided to do it now instead. And just like the previous ones, it will be a little bit shorter, maybe around 2 hours. Just a little pre-stream shenanigans. Or something like that. Yeah, hopefully. And I think that the first one I'm going to as well might have lights. Dongola. It seems to be a decently sized airport. It says it has lights. And if we look at the little nav map information about the airport, and I think it's the same with Abu Simbel. Also have lights, so it should not be that much of a problem finding these airports. And also flying along the Nile at night might be nice with a starry sky, even if it is pretty cloudy. So why are you flying at 1800 when I set it on 2000? That's weird. Oh well. How are you today, Vec? No, I haven't seen any crocodiles. They are probably down there somewhere. Maybe I'll like do a thumbnail in the for the next episode where you see crocodiles and stuff. That would be fun. Are you using Inman's data sheet, or are you now you're using your own scouting? Are you scouting the players in the big league or in the college league? Have you seen the work Inman did with all the information about the college players? Ah, okay. Yeah, he's having fun doing that. It's good because I suck at doing stuff like that, so it's good that he likes it. Oh yeah, he's gonna be a heck of a player. So you're gonna tank next season just to be able to pick up Pele? You have not reached tag yet. Well, tag is dead. Rest in pieces. Oh, that is. Don't let the colonel see that you do that. He will not be happy. I won't let the sun go down on me. Well, the sun is gonna go down on me, so I really don't have any choice in the matter. You can play the kids all season. Ah. Yeah, he still have the record on the number of interceptions during one season. And right now I don't really see any player who's gonna beat that. Yeah. I am rotating some rookies now. I'm actually playing a new rookie in the next game. I'm not playing like all rookies, but I'm trying to play one or two rookies every every game. Gusto is of course always getting to play. I want him to be as good as possible. Mindy is getting some play, and I'm playing another rookie in the next game, just to see how he does. You should share that on the Discord when you're done. Turn around. Yeah. I'm pretty bummed out that the Colonel pumped up leakage stats, because he was so funny when he had stamina 1 in and for some reason he was playing gunner, and it was basically he caught the ball then stopped because he didn't have the energy to move. The stamina 1, that was absolutely hilarious. I was basically like wanting the coach to play him as a gunner because he was so funny to watch. And now that he's pumped a little bit on his stamina, he's actually a decent player. Ah. That makes sense. Yeah. I don't know which position builds stamina, if there is a position that does that. That gunner or something like that can give you stamina. I think that's what he needs the most. Even though he doesn't have that bad of a stamina now. It's like 10-ish, 20-ish, something like that. Ah. Ooh, where it's getting dark. When it's getting dark, but the sun will go down and then it will get dark. Ah, okay. Oh. Yeah, he doesn't have that much durability. I feel like in the Western movies now, like the when you're riding off into the sunset, I'm flying off into the sunset. Maybe I should speed up a little bit. That's the problem with not having auto throttle. Because if you gun it too much, you go too fast, and then if you put it down, it starts going too slow. You have to always keep an eye on the speed, and sometimes you forget the speed, and then it ends up like that, or you end up going too slow. Yes, yes. Stop beeping at me. I just thinking of the ending of Lucky Luke. I'm a poor lonesome cowboy. Talking about Lucky Luke, there is a series on Netflix with Lucky Luke, a live action Lucky Luke, and it's French, but the the actors and everything is French, but they have all the voices are in English, so they have dubbed it, like and the English is like the primary version for it. The movie is actually made originally with the English dub. And it's like, so you see the French actors trying to match the English words when they're speaking, and it's like, kind of funny. Is that a dam? Oh, it's a bridge. It's a bridge. Hey, we are starting to head north. Or northwest. I estimate we have about 80 to 90 nautical miles to our first stop. I wonder if we will get there before it gets dark. Maybe we'll get there before it gets dark. No, we're not. The sun is disappearing below the horizon. Kind of funny to see when the sun actually goes down. Because I think it is actually that Egypt is 1 hour ahead of Sweden. Is it 1 hour or 2 hours ahead? I don't know. I think it's 1 hour ahead. But since they don't have summertime, it's basically the same time. This is like the kind of look at that. The view of flying towards the sunset. As the sun is slowly sinking beneath the horizon. Okay, now we are definitely turning north. I am gonna see if I can contact this airport, which is named HSDN. Not yet, for some reason. Oh, alright. There are a lot of airports that are in range, but not the one I want. All right. That's Merove. It is just Merove here. And Ed Deba, which we just passed. It's like a small dirt field. Oh well. We'll get closer after a while and then we can get in contact with them. There's a town. What town is that? It is something that says in strange letters. Might be it is a river there. And now that is Ileva. That says in English. I don't know why it has like on little nav map. Some town names are in with Arabic letters. Arabic letters. That's weird to say because it's both are Arabic. I don't know what you call the other ones. Because we have Arabic letters. Why does the Arabic countries have different letters than the Arabic letters? I never really gotten that one. Here we have an agriculture project. Okay. Rahi Shamalaya Agricultural Project. Interesting. Doesn't seem to go very well for them if this whole area, and you see that there's some small patches of green. Wonder if we can get some information on Google about that one. No. Ah, yes, it's the Arabic numbers we use, yeah. Yeah. That was so funny when that they went out with that thing in New York that they were going to teach Arabic numbers and people went absolutely crazy. The MAGA supporters on social networks went completely bananas. How dare they use Arabic numbers? My child is not going to learn Arabic numbers. Exactly. Well, hopefully they've learned Arabic numbers. You never know with US schools. Okay, can I contact the airport now? Dongola, hello.
Dongola Tower, TS 1515, tree 9 miles south 1800 to land.
Oh, I'm 40 miles out.
TS 1515, Dongola Tower, QNH 1005. Fly straight in runway tree 5.
1005, okay. Acknowledge pattern. And
Make straight in
then...
runway tree 5, TS 1515.
005. Yeah, they are. And not very easy to use either. When you start getting up to the higher numbers, it's getting very, very complicated. They're also kind of hard to do sums with. Yeah, I know how to read Roman numbers, but I don't remember every. I think C is 50. So 50, 60, 70. That should be 79, I think. If I'm not absolutely wrong. Because X is 10, I there, and if you put the I before the 10, it is minus the 10, so 9. So 79? If... that is not 79? C is not 50? I don't know. I don't remember what C is. Oh, so L is 50. Then C is... X is 10. C like 30 or something like that? Or is it even more? It's 100. It's 100. Or 200? Oh, 2026. Oh. It's 2026. 200, something like 2000. I don't know. I don't remember what C is. C is 100, yeah. That was my mistake. I thought it was 50. L is 50. It was 126. Really? 129. Yeah, 129, yeah. I did it correctly, it was just that I remember wrong what C was. Because I thought, but in a way, it should be, because if you have C, it's like centennial, 100 centennial. That should be a good indication. Okay, we are coming in towards the airport here. We're gonna slow down a little bit. The airport. Ooh, M is 1000. So that is 2026. Yeah. Hey! That's the year we're on. 2026. That M is 1000, that's millennium. That's why. that's kind of an easy way to remember it. Centennial, millennium. Yeah. Okay, where there is, I think, yeah, that is the airport. There's a little green light on the tower, as you can see. We're coming in on runway 35, so we should be about there. Maybe a little bit, and we need to line up a little bit better. We can speed up a little bit. I wasn't meant to go that slow. Yeah, we have the runway in sight. At least I hope that's the runway. There is a beacon there. And we are flying straight towards it, sort of. And I hope that I will soon get landing clearance. But now I am about 6 nautical miles out. There we have the runway. 5 nautical miles out. Go down a little bit more.
TS 1515.
There you go.
Wind 004 at 8. Clear to land runway tree 5.
Clear to land runway tree 5, TS 1515.
All right. We are coming in for landing.
Altitude. Altitude.
See what is the
Altitude. Altitude.
I doesn't wanna disconnect the bloody autopilot because I have that.
Autopilot.
Ooh, okay. We are en route for the airport here. Just lining up. Feel like we have a stable approach. This should be a pretty big airport. Perfect. We're doing some side slipping here. Alright, we are on the ground in Dongola.
TS-1515. Exit runway when able.
Yeah, we'll exit runway when able. Oh, we are down. I am gonna see if it's possible to get some fuel here.
TS-1515.
Well,
Contact ground.
that is kind of a
118.2.
bad place for a tower in the middle of the taxiway.
118.2, TS-1515.
Ground survey. Do we have any? No. Okay, well, there's no. There we have that. At least they have it that I know. Ooh, look at that plane. Which plane is that? Where did it go? Let's taxi to park.
Dongola ground, TS-1515. Taxi to parking.
Look at that plane. What is?
Yes,
What?
1515.
Which plane is that?
Taxi to general aviation parking by taxiway. Cross runway tree 5.
That's an ATR. That's an ATR as well. Did it? Did it go somewhere else?
Yes, 1515. Please acknowledge.
I can't acknowledge because you said say again.
Dongola ground, TS-1515. Say again, please.
It has
Yes, 1515. Taxi to general aviation parking by taxiway. Cross runway tree 5.
okay, it has gone. Okay, let's see if we can do like that now. It has alright, I'm just gonna
Yes, 1515. Please acknowledge.
I can't acknowledge because the bloody thing is broken. Now it's gonna keep saying acknowledge, acknowledge, acknowledge. Load fuel.
TS 1515.
I can't. Microsoft Flight Simulator has. Yes.
TS 1515.
There we
ATC
go.
services terminated. Good day.
Oh, okay. Nice. Cool. Where is it? Why do I always forget where that one is? Payload options, fuel options. Isn't it on configure? Is fuel. And quick fill. No. Huh? What? Why? Why has it? Why do I have 0 fuel? Load fuel. Why do I have 0 fuel? What happened? Huh? What did just happen? Well, thank you. What the hell just happened? I can't load fuel. Another plane turned off. Oh, okay, this is interesting. What? What did just happen? Why can't I? Why can't I load fuel? Fuel options. Trip fuel. Yes. They have configure quick fuel load aircraft. There we have. Okay, now I have to restart the bloody plane. Now I have to remember how I restart the bloody plane. Okay. Checklist. Starting engines. Right engine starter button. Push. Yes. I do have fuel now. Before starting engines. Parking brake. Set. Power levers. Idle. Generator switches on. They should be. Battery switch should be on. Yes. Start running. Right engine starter button. Push the right engine starter button. Oh wait. It's this one. That was weird. All the fuel disappeared. Alright, we have engines. Request taxi for takeoff. Departure to the north.
Dongola ground, TS 1515. Request taxi to the active, north departure.
TS 1515. Taxi to and hold short of runway tree 5. Using taxiway. Contact tower on 118.2 when ready.
Taxiing, hold short runway tree 5 using taxiway, TS 1515.
You know, you should go this way. Yeah, we're taking a turn around. There we go. Took a little victory lap there.
Dongola Tower, TS 1515. Ready for departure to the north at runway tree 5.
TS 1515. QNH 1005 departure to the north approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 5.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 5, TS 1515.
Taking off into the dark. We're gonna set a heading like that. Okay. Slightly to the right. Ooh. All right.
Autopilot.
I want the altitude at 2,000,
Altitude.
please.
Altitude.
TS 1515. Continue for north departure.
Autopilot.
Why don't you want to go up? All right. Flaps up. Gears up. And the
TS 1515. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
knowledge frequency change.
Dongola Tower, TS 1515. Frequency change.
Okay, why do you want to go down when I do that? When I put the autopilot on? That is weird. Okay, now it seems to have. Okay.
Autopilot.
Autopilot seems to
Autopilot.
doesn't wanna what the heck? Ah, come on, what's wrong with the plane now? Oh, yeah. That is it is this one that is completely out of sync. All right. I think I saw what the problem was. The brim was completely off. Put the yes. Put the vertical speed there so that we go down to our cruise altitude. I have everything under control. Sort of, hopefully, maybe. Hey, the sun has gone down. We are heading up along the river. Estimate maybe 200 nautical miles. It take about an hour. I think, if I can keep the speed up. Seems like we're coming into a little bit more densely populated area here now. There's a lot of lights everywhere. But you still, because the plane was not doing what I wanted it in the beginning, so I forgot it. This can be quite beautiful when it's just really dark. Flying along the river, seeing all the lights from the towns and... Can I turn off that bloody sound somehow? If I were flying the smaller jet plane, that Russian school plane, I would be flying much lower along the water. Maybe I'll do that some part later. The difference between flying low over here, it is really not that. If you fly over the sea, you can put it on a very low altitude and it will basically hold up because the sea is basically, yeah, well, sea level. A river changes in altitude, but usually goes down. It's worse when you fly upriver because after a while you're going to end up hitting the water. I think you get a good view when you're flying at this altitude. What is it, like 600 meters or something like that? Which probably would drive every controller and every person on the ground insane when having a jet plane flying over a 6. Noni! Hello! Hope you have a nice evening. Still at the parents. As you can see, I'm flying in the dark. It is the actual time here in Egypt. No, no, Sudan. I'm heading into Egypt. Hopefully. Because that's the next airport, so I really don't have any choice. I don't think that... There is one more airport in Sudan, but it's a very small earth field, and it's basically very close to the Egyptian bigger one, so no really. Well, I'm fine. I have a free day from work tomorrow, so that's really nice. Because I was hoping for last week, we're like, yay, I'm free this weekend, I can watch the stream, and then like, no, there's no stream. Huh? And then goes week before that, I had to work on Sunday, so I'd like watch the first hour, and then I had to go to bed. But now, since it's Sunday, and I'm free tomorrow, I can actually watch the whole stream. Yay! And the river is starting to disappear in the dark. Oh, that's nice. How's it going with the job hunt? I know you're looking for a new job. Finding anything interesting? This is gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna basically follow the lights. Because the river is getting very dark. What's the problem with that? There's no problem with waking at 4 AM. If you don't have to work, might as well. That's not so late. If I watch the whole stream, I usually awake until like 1 AM, something like that. It's just 3 hours later. Yeah. How is it with the foot? Has it gotten any better? Or the same? Football is dangerous. We have a starlit sky. I wonder if the moon is up there somewhere. I'm gonna check. I'm just gonna take this bend, and then I'm gonna check if there's a moon somewhere. Could be to the south. Yeah, physical exercise. It can kill you. Okay, I'm just gonna pop out from here and see. Oh, we still have... Oh, there's the moon. Very little up in the sky. Look at this. You can see the Milky Way here. That's quite beautiful, actually. I'm flying too fast again. It's tearing. Well, it was physical activity that got you injured in the first place. Basically, you're doing physical activity to I have seen the Milky Way in real life. I did military service up in north of Sweden, and there was not many lights there during winter, so that's just sparsely populated, and you can see the Milky Way a couple of times. It's absolutely breathtaking. Have you seen it? It's like the sunset here. It used to be quite a long sunset. Thinking about 20 minutes or something like that, it will be completely dark. There was one, we were doing a 24-hour march in when I was in the military, and when it was like winter and it was snow everywhere, and we were walking basically out in the middle of nowhere, and we'd come to a little clearing and we're going to take a small rest, and you look up and it's a completely clear sky, and you see the whole band of the Milky Way over, and then all of a sudden you start getting like this tingling feeling, sort of, and you can feel like the hair on your arms start standing up, and all of a sudden the whole sky basically explodes in colors, and there's this massive aurora just shooting across the sky, and you see these amazing bands of green, blue, the aurora. In winter, yes. In summer, no. In summer, there are absolutely no stars because the sun doesn't go down. In summer, it doesn't get dark at all. And there you have Wolfstop there walking in the background. He doesn't want to say hello. Okay, it's getting pretty dark here now. Static. And if it's big enough, you actually almost hear the sound of the static. It's almost like you have a very low, you know, when you have it on your TV and you don't have a channel on it. That sound of the static. You basically hear it in the air from the aurora. It's amazing. You get like chills over your body. It's almost like the air is electrified. You can like hear the electricity in the air from the aurora. It is absolutely amazing. Seeing the aurora should be on every person's bucket list, because that is the most spectacular natural phenomenon that you can ever see in the world. Oh, you have to come to Sweden. Well, if you come to Sweden, then you have to go up north as well. There was like, so the last time there was an aurora here in Stockholm, it was cloudy. So you basically saw the colors on the clouds. So you couldn't see the actual aurora, but you saw that the clouds were like colored in green and blue. But it was complete cloud cover. I was like so mad. Like, we have a really big aurora down here and now I can't see it. Like unfair. So I am glad. Okay, we're gonna start turning north again. Yeah, that is understandable. It is kind of sad that the leaders of the different countries can't agree on stuff, and it's the normal people that get suffer from it. Well, couldn't talk about geopolitical stuff. That's boring. There's enough suffering in the world. Okay, how we've flown about a third of the way there now. And it's quite nice here flying at night. It gives a lot of different view. We have a saying in Sweden, there's no bad weather, only bad clothes. If it's cold, you just put on more clothes. It's that simple. The colder it gets, the more clothes you put on. It's worse the other way when it's too warm and you can't take off your clothes. Not like you can walk around naked. I actually saw a guy today. Today it wasn't that warm. It was about 26 degrees. And when I'm driving, I come up to a stop and there's a guy standing in just shorts with no shirt on. And you're like, yeah, you know there's other people here, but it's his choice. And it's not like he's being weird or anything, but he's like, you are on public transport. -2. I guess you don't want to know the coldest I've been out in. On temperature, the coldest I've been out in is 26. That's, I don't know how it is here now. It's been 26 today. It is 22 right here now. So we're having a bit of a resurgence of summer over the weekend, and then it's gonna get a bit colder. Almost 48. It's the coldest I've been out in. But I have been out in -35 and hard wind. And they estimated that due to the wind chill, it was actually closer to -60 in the wind chill. And I was outside. That was cold. It's not something I want to do again. Ever. Don't you Hey! I just have the autopilot on, so I'm not even using a yoke. I'm just sitting here turning a little knob. If I do we can use the cat cam. Think. You can see here is the yoke, and here I have a little knob that I can turn like this, and then the plane turns. That's basically how I steer the plane. So, and the autopilot is keeping the right altitude as well, so I don't have to care about that. Next thing you're gonna say that I'm not allowed to drink either. the yoke system where there's the autopilot. Unfortunately, it doesn't work completely as intended because the software, I use an older version of the software because the newer version costs money, and it costs quite a lot of money. When I saw how much it costed, it was like, that's not worth it. So what I did is I programmed the button on it instead to do what I want them to do. So instead of buttons going through the automatic system on in the program, I bypass it by having them set to the what they should do in the game. That's basically what, like a little bypass. Like, so you want to charge me a lot of money to be able to use your system? Hey, I do it this way instead. Oh, and now you've seen. The it's a joke, and I have rudder pedals, and I have. You see here, I have this, and I have the throttle, and I have rudder pedals on the floor. Then of course I have the track IR as well, so that when I move my head, everything moves on the screen. Which makes it a lot easier to look around, so you feel more immersive. I had one, was it on Friday? Yeah, it was on Friday when I was streaming. I think maybe you were watching that. There was a guy who asked if I would fly in VR. And says it would be cool because you would get a completely different immersive, but the graphics, I have seen VR videos of Flight Simulator, and the graphics is not as good. It is nowhere near as good. As well as I'm looking at maps and the chat and other things, so it would not be possible for me to fly VR. Even if I wanted to, which I don't. This is enough. I have a screen in front of me, I have yoke, and I can have everything nice. You can like see the road going here along the river. Like to see the string of lights. Yeah, in a way you have to, but so or if I don't want to move my head, I have to look the other way. Just like if I'm looking at the chat, you see that I turn my head, and so I have to. But the pros outweighs the cons, so to say, because you get a much more immersive feeling when you fly, and it's like easier to land and everything when you can look around and judge more. You can look down on your instrument, you can look up. And in a way you don't really. And the thing is that I have OBS here on the side, so I can actually like look at this OBS screen and see the same thing I see on my screen. So I basically have two screens showing the game. Yeah. There is not much else. There are some think there are some smaller settlements a little bit further inland, but not much. Mostly, well, people tend to want to settle where there's water. So, ooh, we get a mountains ahead here. Not completely flat. Which mountains are that? What are those mountains? Where are we? Ooh, I wanna know where we are. Where are we? We have just passed that bend. That bend is this bend. Those are those mountains. So, if you're looking at the map now, basically we just passed here, and those mountains that are to the side here are these mountains here, I think. And there is the river. Now it is. It's not. The sun is still sort of shining along over the horizon. Now we have some more mountains on the side here. Yeah, like dried out riverbeds that when it's flooding they get water. I think that might be one those some down there that you see on the ground. Like dried out riverbeds. There we have some higher mountains coming up. So it's not all flat desert landscape. There are some mountains as well. You have to be careful now since there's mountains that I actually see where the river is. So I I don't fly into the mountain instead. Because I think I'm not trying to see where the river is and where the ground is and everything. Because that is a bit higher. I will try not to. Ask Ed about it. He will have very fun with comments like that. I am currently keeping around 2,000 feet, slightly above. It's about 700 meters. And if you look into the side here, those mountains are about that size. We are actually now closing in on our on our destination. We have, oh no, we have about 100 nautical miles left until we reach our destination. I don't see anything on that side. The sun is still shining up the horizon, so it will get darker before we reach the airport. I would guess that one is about maybe 500-600 feet tall. That little hill there. So I'm well above that. Whoa, we are getting some turbulence. That is kind of fun. That I was flying over that little hill there and there was some updraft and you felt that and the plane was like bouncing. So that is in a way kind of fun that it simulates the wind conditions. You can see here we have a headwind coming on from our 11 o'clock, about between 10, just above 10 knots of headwind. So when we're flying over a hill, that wind is like coming up and then it goes up, hitting the plane from below and making us bounce. Yeah, we are actually gonna fly basically straight through it. Yeah, we are gonna fly straight through that region. No, maybe not that region, but there is a region here along the river that is also disputed at the start of Lake Nubia. So we're gonna fly over that one. But I think that is a region that both of them want. But I think you mean this region here. But we're gonna fly straight through this little region here. This is the region that neither country wants. It's basically just empty desert. I don't know if it was that one or there was another of these regions that no country wanted. And it was like an eccentric English guy who basically went down there, claimed it and said it was his country. And then all of a sudden both of the other countries wanted it because neither of them wanted him to have it. So. I think that was somewhere between areas around Africa where either two countries claim the same area or no country wants it. Yeah, they have about a couple of different areas. And I think it was Mapman where they talked about this guy who claimed this area. But I'm not sure I'm actually gonna reach the dam today. No, I'm not gonna reach the dam today. It is further up the river. it at the other end of the big lake. I'm gonna land at an airport at the beginning of the reservoir. In Abu Simbel is where I'm gonna land. So the dam will be past next episode, and I'm starting to have some real issues seeing the actual river here. I'm flying to Abu Simbel. Yes. And I'm trying to see where I'm flying. I'm having real trouble seeing the river. I'm basically just looking at the map. I'm basically having to look at the map and see where the river is because it's really hard to see on the screen. Everything is black. And water have a tendency to be black as well when it gets dark. And now crawl, I said that little mountain that you can barely see there, Jabal Abu Shamla. And then we have something ahead as well that I really can't see in the background. Okay, let's turn. Exactly. It's not my fault. I think I'll be able to remove this. There we go. I don't wanna. Should have some lights. Just need to find where they are. Light. New. That's not light. Could be lights somewhere. I don't think that the lights actually do much. There should have lights somewhere. Wing lights. Yeah, I got a little bit of light there. All right, we're gonna head out over the lake now. First part of the dam. And I think that is the town of Abu Simbel that you see in the distance. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we are closing in on. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get some nearest Abu Simbel. Could be this one. Hello. Hello. Request full stop landing.
Abu Simbel Tower, TS 1515 for 8 miles southwest 2100 to land. TS 1515, Abu Simbel Tower. QNH 1008, fly left base runway tree left.
Okay. Can't I land 3 left? Oh, is that the one I want to? That is the one I want.
Make left base runway tree left. TS 1515.
Okay, we're coming in over the lake. Would have been nice to see this in daylight, but we're gonna see the rest of the reservoir in daylight in the next stream, so not that big of a loss. It's like, it's really dark. I can see someone over in that direction. We're basically flying in the wrong direction here. And to our right, we have the town of Wadi Halfa. It's that one, Wadi Halfa. We apparently have a port as well, and they have a ferry up to where we're going. Okay. I really need to make a list of all the countries I visited, so I keep a track on how many of which. I know which, but I don't know how many. Quite a lot. You should watch the stream from when I fly in Nepal. I'm not sure if I made it or not, but I attempted, and I think I made it, at an airport very close to Mount Everest. And I flew past Mount Everest. I saw Mount Everest. Woohoo! We have 4 nautical miles left. Mount Everest is huge. Yep. It is very, very, very big. But it is actually not the biggest mountain on Earth. If you count from the base of the mountain, Mount Everest is not the tallest. If you count closest to space, it's not the highest either. So depending on how you count it, if you count from sea level, yes, it is the highest. But so some trivia here. Do you know which? Yeah, from sea level, yes. But do you know which is the tallest from base? On the base of the mountain? Some trivia. And we are in Egypt. Woohoo! And I'm gonna start turning here. Line up with the runway. And I'm hoping that there are no weird mountains or anything close by here. Doesn't look like it. It is what is it called? Manukau, the big volcano in Hawaii. It is about 10,500 feet from base to top. What is the name of that? Mauna Kea is the name of it. But do you know which mountain is closest to where the top is the closest to space? Yeah, exactly. It's due to the bulge of the Earth. Okay, we have about 12 nautical miles left. Gonna start slowing down a little bit. I'm gonna start turning in towards the runway, and which is 3-3. We'll set it on there and see how close we get. I think I'm turning way too hard. We go a little bit like that first. I think that's the run. That is the airport over there, straight ahead. Just gotta find where the actual runway is. Really nice that it's actually lit up so I can see it. Trying to land on a dark runway in darkness, that is not fun. I've done it, I've crashed. And I've done it and I've succeeded. So it's basically 50-50. But here we can clearly see the runways. We see the runways very nicely here. And we're gonna head for runway 33 left.
Altitude.
Oh. Well, I got to be a bit jumpy there from this when it suddenly starts talking.
Clear to land runway tree left. TS 1515.
Airport at 600
Altitude.
feet. I'm going down.
Altitude.
Right flaps. Flaps. Landing gear.
Autopilot.
Right, coming in for landing. Whoa, it's a bit bumpy. There we go, we're perfect, lined up. Cool. Whoa, we're bouncing a little bit here.
Altitude.
There we go, we are down. Nice. And I don't think that Microsoft actually registered that I landed, which is a bit bummer. All right, where are we? Okay, I have to go. Ah, there we go.
Exit runway when able.
Nice. We are on the ground in Abu Simbel, and that's also the end of this stream. Nice. Almost 2 hours from this flight. And I just need to go to this. I don't know exactly where I'm going. I think I'm getting off here. I don't know where the... it would be nice to know where I'm supposed to go.
TS 1515. Turn next taxiway.
I'm doing it.
TS 1515. Contact ground on 118.1.
Alright. Polish grand handoff.
Going to 118.1. TS 1515.
Ground service. I won't. Alright, there are no parking here, so we're just gonna park it up here. And got the plane down. Okay. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. We'll see you in the next one. Not sure when it is, but I will post it, and you can see. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.